Everybody? Welcome back to the Big Fight Fuel channel. Joseph Conlon here with co-host Cameron Johnson and Wesley Williams, and you see it in the title, AEW All In London Predictions. But unfortunately, we got some news earlier today, a couple hours ago, around 6 o'clock Eastern Time, um, tweeted out by Triple H, and at the time today, I was at work getting ready to finish up my shift for the day, and I go on Twitter just to go see how things are, just go check the latest Jonathan Taylor rumors, and I come up to a tweet by Triple H, and he said the following. Just received a call from WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, who informed us of the tragic news that our WWE family member for life, Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, unexpectedly passed earlier today. Our thoughts are with his family, and we ask that everyone respect their privacy at the time. And this is coming the day after we lost Terry Funk. And yesterday, we lost Terry Funk, and all up and down the Twitter timeline, I see pictures and I see photos, I see videos, wrestlers tweeting about Terry Funk and showing their love to Terry Funk. And now today, it's unfortunately Bray Wyatt. And this situation, it's so sad, man. He was 36 years old. He's been off WWE television for months. We didn't know what was going on. And this is why we always say you can't. People take wrestling too serious, man. And they never take an accountability for the man behind the character. You didn't know what was going on with Wyndham outside of the WWE, and people just take stuff for granted, man. And when I found this out, I was just sad, gut punched, pissed off, frustrated, any word you can think of in the dictionary, man. It's absolutely sad. So, um, if one of you two guys want to give any of your thoughts on, not sure, just basically share your like favorite moments or talk about Bray Wyatt for a couple minutes before we dive into this all in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can go ahead. Go. You're good.
I just want to say this on Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk in particular. There's certain guys. There's certain guys out there in this world. There's certain people out there in this world. Whether they be family members or an actor or a celebrity that you've grown fond of, and you become a fan of. There's certain people out there in this world that, like, even though people won't live forever. There's certain people in this world that you kind of think will live forever because they've always been a presence in your life in either way. Because they've always been a presence in your life. Like, we all know that our parents, unfortunately, or that our grandparents, unfortunately, are unfortunately going to pass away. But you don't feel, unfortunately, going to pass away. But in the moment, you don't feel like these people are going to pass away because you feel like they're going to be there forever. You feel like this person right here is going to live forever. And that's the way I felt about Terry Funk personally, because Terry Funk had been around in wrestling so long. He had done so much stuff, put his body through so much, for us. The man is a hardcore legend. Everybody loves Terry Funk. I don't think anybody said a bad thing about him. Everybody loves Terry Funk. So when I found out Terry Funk died last night, I was completely shocked. Bray Wyatt's the same way. I don't think any of it. Bray Wyatt's the same way because nobody here could have expected that Bray Wyatt would be on 36. It's always the ones that you don't expect the most that hit you. I got a Bray Wyatt action figure right here. I told Joseph once this before we started recording. One of the first things you see when you walk in the ring, you saw the Bray Wyatt action figure. You saw the Bray Wyatt action figure. Just it's absolutely Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee are reunited in heaven. And I know that the Wyatt family in the Dark Order combination up there, I know Jesus is booking him one hell of a card up there. It's got Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk, Jay Briscoe. So I know he's up there. I know he's putting together one hell of a card. I wish I could see it. Let's do these, man.
Wes?
Yeah. It just hit just like a train. You know, I feel like we all just got hit by a train, you know, with this news tonight. Bray Wyatt, I feel one of the best minds for the business. You know, he got to live out characters. We got to right in front of us, and not everything was perfect. Obviously, you know, obviously there were bad, but you know, Bray Wyatt, I've always looked at him as just such an amazing athlete, especially for his size, to do the things that he was capable of doing in the ring, and also his promo work was just some of the best I've ever seen as far as a character goes. And I broke into the scene. I mean, I was enthralled by it. You know, I was when they broke into the business, and I'm seeing these guys, you know, take out Kane that first night on Raw. And some of my most fond memories, really, just with Bray Wyatt, is the battle. I mean, those matches they had together, especially the one at the Elimination Chamber back in, I believe, 2013, just phenomenal. You know, it was just some of the best work in years, and just the moment of him winning the WWE World Title at the Elimination Chamber, and AJ Styles. You know, and granted, you know, the reign ended pretty poorly, but at the same time, I mean, just that moment of him winning the title, that was something that was just long overdue for him. And it was just such a great moment for him. I know he had to feel on top of the mountain because he just won the most important title, you know, and it was just moments like that I look back fondly on. And, you know, it's just, I just think he was just an incredible wrestler, incredible personality. And I never got to, you know, of course, I don't know him in person, but everything I've heard, he had to have just been one of the kindest people and one of the most caring individuals you will find. And you know, you know, this news tonight really does give flashbacks to me to when Brody Lee passed in 2020, because that news is all like just a ton of bricks. It just was like it was unbelievable for me. But it happened that these people were just gone like that. You know, Brody Lee was only, I think, 41 years old when he died, and then Bray Wyatt tonight. It's just life just comes at you really fast. Nobody take it for granted. This is bigger than wrestling. This is bigger than any storyline, any character. This is a human being. This was a human being that passed away. We're all human. We're all going to see our day. And it's just, that's the reality of the situation. And we can only hope that we see so much of this world and see so many years, you know. And I'm truly thankful for, you know, my life. I'm truly thankful to be up every single day to see another day. You know, I mean, I'm only 26. I'm still very, very young. Still got so much life left, and nobody should ever take life for granted. Whether you're young or old, never take life for granted. Hug your loved ones extra tight, and cherish every single moment you have in this world, even if every moment isn't all that great. Cherish every moment you have, because before you know it, it could get taken away from you just like that. And I send nothing but love and prayer, condolences to Bray, to the Wyatt, to Wyndham Rotunda, to his wife JoJo, to their daughter. I send nothing but love, and also his friends as well. I think about Eric Rowan and this. I just think about the people who were so close to him, and I just send nothing but love and condolences. So that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Never take any day for granted. Cherish your loved ones, man, and it's just, you said it, man. It just hit us like a ton of bricks, and You never expect it to. You never expect to wake up and expect news like this today. News that's so unfortunate and so sad. Um, and it's just heartbreak. It's heartbreaking. And I love Bray Wyatt. Anytime the man cut a promo, I put my phone down face first so I could just look at the television and not worry what's going on in my phone. And he was that type of guy, man. When he spoke, you listen. And man, I'm gonna fucking miss him. I'm gonna miss watching him on my television every single week in WWE. So, R.I.P. Wyndham, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Um, we love you. The wrestling world loves you right now. So, um, we're gonna do our best to transition into All In. We have the All In London show Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock British Summer Time. The biggest wrestling event in the modern era. They have broken WWE's attendance record, over 80,000 fans. Absolutely incredible. So I talked about it last night. If one of you two want to give your thoughts on the like Wembley Stadium, AEW breaking the record, the floor is yours. We'll start with Wes first.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, man. I mean, even though the build all in, it's been kind of lackluster, and it really wasn't, it really wasn't the greatest of build for the show. Overall, I mean, I'm still super excited for Sunday. I mean, you got over 80,000 fans in Wembley Stadium. Like, I mean, just the thought of that, like, we're about to witness that on Sunday, is just going to be absolutely surreal. And they just broke WWE's attendance record from held WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, and it's just incredible. And I am absolutely just so happy for AEW. It makes me very happy as an AEW fan to see how much they've grown and how much of an impact this is making. And this is it. This is the biggest show of their entire existence. It's like, it's kind of almost like a situation. It's like, but looking at this card, and again, although the build is all like great, I'm really looking forward to this card. I'm looking forward to every match here that we got going on Sunday, especially when it comes to MJF and Adam Cole. I mean, I don't know how you can't get excited about that. That I'd say that has been one true thing that they've done a really amazing job of building. Like, that storyline just continues to grow and grow more and more. But yeah, this record being broken is just monumental for the company, and everybody should be very proud of themselves for accomplishing something like this. And now this Sunday, up or shut up, you got to deliver. Sunday's like it's a swim. So, and I have a lot of confidence that AEW is going to swim on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Cam?
It is absolutely amazing to me how a wrestling company, not the WWE, has managed to get 80,000 people in Wembley. And AEW really does feel like the second, really does feel like a legitimate competitor to WWE. And I want you guys to think about this. Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever you want to call them, they've been around for 21 years. Those stories opened in 2002. TNA was on Spike TV. Right? TNA was on Spike TV. TNA had a roster at one point that consisted of Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Sting, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Mick Foley, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Drew Galloway, Lashley, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. A roster that Jeff Jarrett, a roster that featured those men and legends that those guys have had. And I think their largest attended show ever as like 5,000-6,000 people in the history of that company. It's been around 20 years. AEW has been around for 4 years. And in 4 years, AEW has gotten a multi-million dollar TV deal from TNT after they were unproven. And TNT after they were unproven. And I know people like to go on Twitter and talk about the ratings for AEW, this, that, and the third. The ratings for AEW, I'll be honest with you, the ratings for AEW don't really mean shit at the end of the day. If Turner and the Warner executives, if the Turner and the Warner executives are happy with their product, to keep giving them shows and keep wanting them to do crossover and stuff, it must not mean a whole lot to them. They must be happy. They're obviously happy enough with stuff it brings. It's just amazing to me, man. 80,000 people are going to be in that building, man. This is just amazing. This is just absolutely amazing. The fact that a non-wrestling company named WWE was able to get 80,000 people into Wembley Stadium. Man. It's just absolutely amazing. I think people need to cherish this, man. People need to cherish this. WCW, the company that almost took WWE out of business, and at one point was the #1 wrestling promotion in the world in the late 90s. 40,000 people in the Georgia Dome is their highlight. That's their highlighted attendance. AEW is doing 78. AEW is doing 80,000 in 4 years. This is incredible, man. Oh God.
Absolutely. I'll say this too. I would have never thought in my lifetime, as a wrestling fan, that I would never see an attendance that has more than WWE. I always thought WWE was going to have the most attendance at any wrestling show. And we knew in 2016 that 100,000 was a bullshit number. Even Vince McMahon admitted that. He said it was parking attendance and concession stand people and ticket ushers, and this just goes to show you all the hard work that Tony Khan and the Elite put into AEW, and now it's paid off. This show on Sunday, which at first, a couple weeks back, felt a little lackluster. I can't lie. I'm not going to be biased. It was a little underwhelming. But now they got themselves, I think, a very good card. And this show feels like a celebration of all the hard work that AEW has done to get to this point, to break records, to become history makers. Chris Jericho said it best last night, and it was so funny when last night I was seeing tons of people on the internet get worked up over the fact that Jericho said that All In is bigger than any WrestleMania and bigger than any Tokyo Dome show. It was hilarious watching people get worked up over that last night. But it truly does feel like a big spectacle. It feels like the big stage. And I hope those ladies, I hope the men and women in the AEW locker room, I hope they are ready to kick ass on Sunday, because that UK crowd is going to be fired up. I can't imagine how loud that crowd is going to be Sunday at All In. That's what I'm really excited about, is that crowd on Sunday. And for the performers, being able to walk out to a stage in front of 80,000 people and be like, wow, this is a huge amount of people. So I'm excited. It feels like the biggest wrestling show of the year. It feels like the biggest wrestling show of the modern era. And I have no doubt in my mind that the men and women of AEW are going to live up to that standard. But we've got a lot to get into. We've got 11 matches. Yes, 10 after last night, but we have a match that's going to get announced Saturday on Collision. So we might as well talk about that first. It was, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what the match is, skip about the next 5 minutes of this video. Jack Perry against Hook for the FTW Championship. It's taking place on 0 Hour, and I think that Jack Perry is doing fine with the FTW Championship. He's got a nice little heel gimmick going for himself, and I think there's no reason to take the title off of him. So I'm going to take Jack Perry. Cam?
Jungle Jack Perry is my prediction to win this match here. I'm very shocked that they added this on All In. To be quite honest, I'm not mad. I'm just shocked because the All In card is already long as hell anyway. So I figured that they would just save this for Chicago. So I figured they'd just save this for Chicago. But I guess London has hookers because Hook don't be there. So I guess they have hookers. Somebody who lives in England who is somebody who lives in the UK, please tell me what the hookers are like. Please tell me what the hookers are like down there. Hopefully they're nice, but hopefully the hookers down there in the UK are nice. Hopefully they're nicer than the ones in the States. Not that I would have any experience, of course, with that. I don't have any experience, of course, with that. But please tell me if the hookers in the UK are nice. They see that the crowd has hookers, and Jungle Jack Perry is going to win.
Wes?
I'll side with y'all on that. Should be good. Jack Perry, I mean, it's been interesting with Jack Perry's run as FTW champion. I mean, I still feel like he hasn't completely come into his own yet as a heel. Or at least his promo work. Obviously, we know how great of a wrestler he is. But hopefully he'll continue to grow more and more as a heel because Jack Perry's a phenomenal wrestler, and I don't know what is to come after this match is said and done, and what's the future of the FTW title. But I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. But I'll go with Jack Perry over Hook.
We have the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. In my opinion, this should have been the only buy-in match on the show. I really can't remember a pre-show match that I've been so hyped for since probably the New Day versus the Usos 6 years ago at SummerSlam, when they fought on the pre-show right before SummerSlam. We have Aussie Open defending the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles against Adam Cole and MJF. And I feel bad for Aussie Open because they're from the UK and they're going to get booed because they're facing Adam Cole and MJF. And that's how over this tag team is right now. I think this is going to be fantastic. It's going to be some great storytelling between these two teams. I think it's going to play into a factor in the main event, which we will talk about because we got a lot to talk about with that. We better see a double clothesline. A double clothesline in front of 80,000 people, that's going to be outstanding. A kangaroo kick in front of 80,000 people, I mean, I'll laugh my ass off, but that would be fun too. But eventually, something's going to happen that they're not going to get on the same page, and Aussie Open's going to capitalize, and they're going to retain the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. And what I think is going to be a fantastic buy-in match. Cam, who do you got and why?
Aussie Open are retaining the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles here. The match itself should be excellent. Aussie Open are a damn good professional wrestling tag team. They are a damn good professional wrestling tag team right now. I love Aussie Open. Aussie Open is great. But, I don't think Cole and MJF won the tag team titles for two reasons. One, because they're wrestling for the world title that same night, obviously. And two, I think Roderick Strong is going to play a part in this match here. I don't know what Roddy doing this Sun. I don't know what Roddy doing this Sunday, but if I'm Adam Cole, I don't know what Roddy doing this Sunday, but my prediction is he's gonna be in the UK, and I think Roger Strong plays a part in this. He's gonna cost. He's gonna accidentally cost Adam Cole and MJF this match, and then it's gonna be revealed later on that Roger Strong didn't do it on accident at all. Matter of fact, it's part of a bigger scheme. I'll get into that in the main. Adam Cole, Aussie opens my pick on this match.
Wes.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. I do believe Aussie Open is going to get that goal. Clearly, there's going to be something set up here in this match to set up a quarrel between MJF and Adam Cole before they face off in the main event for the AEW World Title. This should be great. I love Aussie Open. Those guys are phenomenal wrestlers, and MJF and Adam Cole, obviously, we know how great they are as well. So I'm expecting this match to go crazy. We got to see a double clothesline and a kangaroo kick. I mean, we got to get that 2-for-1 special going in the buy-in there, or the 0 hour, say. But yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm interested to see what they set up that tension there, or more of that tension, because there's already been kind of some tension anyway, building up into this pay-per-view. So I'm interested to see what happens there, whether Adam Cole does something to screw them up, or MJF does something, and then Aussie Open will take advantage. And I do predict that they will to bring about our tag titles and what should be, again, a phenomenal match.
Yeah. If there's people out there that are doubting whether or not they should buy the pay-per-view, I think this match is going to lure them in. I think there's a reason. Number one, there's a reason why they have MJF and Adam Cole on the pre-show. Number one, it's to play a big factor into the main event, and number two, to get the buys. Adam Cole and MJF are the most over thing in all of wrestling right now, and that they're gonna have a fantastic match with Aussie Open. I'm so excited to watch that match. Let's get to the main card. At All In Wembley Stadium, we got ourselves a coffin match that was adjusted last night on Dynamite. Sting and Darby Allin, they're going to be facing Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage, when it was scheduled to be AR Fox. And last night on Dynamite, they kicked AR Fox out of the Mogul Embassy after he joined them 4 weeks ago. I'm kind of confused by that one, but hey, in the nicest way, Christian Cage is a huge upgrade over AR Fox. I will say that. If that's the reason why they made the change, then okay. I feel bad for Fox, but Christian Cage is an upgrade over AR Fox. But man, I know by the reaction by Cam. I'm guessing Cam did not like that AR Fox that kicked out of the faction last night. Cam, I'll let you take it first. Who do you got and why?
I got Sting and Darby. I got Sting and Darby first off. But this made no damn sense. It made no sense. You turned him heel a month ago. You turned him heel a month ago. Put him with Mogul affiliates, Mogul Embassy, whatever the fuck they're called. Now all of a sudden you have Swerve kick him up the group. I'm hoping this is a false turn. They're doing this to, I'm hoping this is like a false turn, this was all a ruse at the end of the day. That's what I'm hoping for here. Because this just makes no damn sense. And like, even if they wanted to put Christian in the match, which I understand, because Christian Cage, because Christian Cage is great. So like, I understand Christian Cage is great. So like, even like if they wanted to just get Christian in the match here, you couldn't have an injury. You can have an injury angle or something where we're Sting and Darby are seen in the seen in the back beating up AR Fox, or AR Fox gets injured in his match or something. He fakes an injury or whatever in his match or something, and Swerve goes, it says AR Fox is out the match since he won't be able to compete, I have a backup plan in Christian Cage. Like, you couldn't come up with anything else. You just had to have him booted out the group. Like, you just had to have AR Fox just booted out the group. I hope this is a swerve. I hope this is a ruse by AR Fox and Swerve, because this makes no damn sense at all. But
Yeah.
Sting and Darby are winning this match here. Darby Allin has yet to lose a coffin match. Darby Allin has yet to lose a coffin match, I don't think. You have Sting back there in his corner. I can absolutely see that. I absolutely believe Tony Khan wants to give Sting a big moment in the UK. He wants to give Sting a big moment in the UK, 80,000 people, with him standing tall. I absolutely believe that. So Sting and Darby are winning this match.
Dude, I'm actually nervous what Sting's going to do in this match. You know he's going to want to do some crazy shit, because that man is crazy. The last time we saw him in a match was 2 months ago on Dynamite against Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. And we were like, the tables are too far away. And this guy still jumped onto Sammy Guevara and smacked his chin onto a table. So he's going to want to do something absolutely insane in London. And I'm scared to see what it was. But before I hand it over to Wes, I'll make my pick, and then I'll add something on to it too. I'm going to take Sting and Darby Allin because they're going to get their win this week, and then we'll talk about what Darby Allin's going to. We'll talk about what Darby Allin's going to get next week. Next week when we do All Out, because he's fighting Luchasaurus for the TNT title. But that's an easy prediction. Sting and Darby, it's a coffin match. They're going to win. Something I forgot to mention last night that I'm going to mention now. The fact that after Swerve turned on AR Fox and Darby Allin came out, the fact that they made Darby Allin say, "Hey man, you're the main reason why I'm still in AEW. No matter what you've done to me for the past month, no matter what you did to my friend, you smacked him over the head with glass, you left him in a pool of blood, I still love you." What? Like, that's not realistic. Like, how realistic is that? Like, if that happened to me, and I'd be like, no, screw you. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense, man. But
I mean, to be fair, Tommaso Ciampa absolutely tormented Johnny Gargano for months and months and months on NXT. And now Tommaso Ciampa has a wanted poster. Now Tommaso Ciampa has a missing poster looking for his best friend So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but this was kind of stupid.
Wes, who do you got and why?
I also got that. Yeah, Joseph, I agree with you. Yeah, that was really the one thing that really like ticked me off about that segment was the fact that Darby was so quick to forgive him. Like, I feel like it made Darby look stupid. Like, it's like, and we don't want Darby to just look like an idiot, but I just feel like Darby just like out of nowhere being like, "Hey man, you turned on me 4 weeks ago, and then you also nearly killed my protege and Nick Wayne. But hey, it's all good. It's all good, man. No worries." It's just like, I mean, because like we saw that brawl, we saw that whole beatdown. They literally bludgeoned Nick Wayne. They fucking they nearly killed the fucking guy. Like it's just like, and the fact that Darby's just like, I don't know, he was so quick to forgive him, but I don't know. I'm assuming there's a legit reason why AR Fox just can't go to the show. Otherwise, like, this really just doesn't make sense, because I feel like there's got to be some sort of reason. Maybe he has a visa issue as well. I don't know. Maybe it's a passport thing. I don't really know. But I just feel like there's a legit. Otherwise, then like I feel like he did this just to kind of just fuck over AR Fox. It's just like, like, hey man, you're not as big as Christian Cage, so we're just gonna go ahead and switch you out. It's just like. But I mean, I'm not mad about Christian Cage being in this fucking like Christian Cage is doing some of the best work of his career right now. Just get with the TNT title. This is phenomenal. The promo he cut on Nick Wayne last night was fucking devastating. That was brutal. I mean, he doesn't hold anything back.
The fake champion, Christian Cage.
The fake champion. Yes.
Hey, stop that! Hey, stop that! Stop that right now! No disrespect to Christian Cage should be allowed. He is the real TNT champion, okay? That man is the real TNT champion. He is the face of TNT. Luchasaurus just holds the belt and defends it for him. Christian Cage is the TNT champion.
Who pinned Wardlow?
Again, bro. Christian Cage is the TNT champion. Luchasaurus just holds the belt and defends it, and he won it for him. But Christian Cage is the TNT champion. Do not forget that. I will not let y'all come up here and disrespect that man, Christian Cage, because I will find out about a dead relative of yours, and I will send that information over to Christian Cage and let him do his job.
All right. Luchasaurus hasn't even touched the title, by the way. So.
No, I love it. Fucking great.
Let's move on. We have CM Punk defending the Real World's Championship against Samoa Joe. The end of their long rivalry goes back to their Ring of Honor days. They had their match about 6 weeks ago on Collision in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. I said it then. You can't end this feud in a small package roll-up. The rematch should happen at London. It's exactly what's happening. It's happening for Punk's World Championship. I'm actually very excited about this match. I'm really curious to see how the reception is going to be for Punk in front of 80,000 people. That's going to be nuts. I don't know if they're going to boo him. I don't know if they're going to sing his song. I'm very curious, man. So, we'll give this one to Cam first. Actually, yeah, we'll give it to Cam first. CM Punk or Samoa Joe?
CM Punk is retaining the Real World's Championship inside Wembley Stadium with 80,000 people. Punk is going to get, my prediction, I think CM Punk is going to get a very John Cena-esque reaction, meaning he will probably get the loudest reaction on the entire show, but it will be a mixed reaction. But it will be a very mixed reaction. That's my prediction there. But I think Punk is winning this match here because it's winning the World Championship. Because I think CM Punk is wrestling Ricky Starks at All Out for that championship. So I have CM Punk winning here.
I agree. I think there's a lot more work to be done with him holding that world title. He's not even close to being done yet, and he wins. It'll be a great match against Samoa Joe. Punk's my favorite guy in AEW, so biased. I'm really excited to see the match, and I think he's going to retain. And I think he's going to wrestle Ricky Starks at All Out. I don't know if that's the main event of All Out. We'll see. That show is going to be so thrown together because it's 1 week out of All In. I just hope it's a good card at the end of the day, but we got that next week. Wes, CM Punk or Samoa Joe? Who do you got and why?
I as well got Samoa, or I'm sorry, I as well got Punk. I'm not gonna swerve you like that. But CM Punk, I got retaining the Real World Champion. Samoa Joe. This will be put a cap on the rivalry they've had dating back to Ring of Honor, of course, and so this should be a good match. I'm definitely interested to see the reception he gets from the 80,000 fans of Wembley. I imagine it'll probably be it'll be a divided crowd. You'll have half people cheering him, half people booing him, but it's going to be thunderous, no doubt about it. It's going to be thunderous. It'll be the biggest crowd reaction CM Punk's ever in his entire life. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to see. But yeah, this should be good. At the end of the day, I got Punk retaining over Samoa Joe.
Yep. So that's a clean sweep on the board for CM Punk against Samoa Joe. We got Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Kota Ibushi against Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. And I love all 6 guys. These 6 guys, phenomenal. I'm very. That match is going to be great. It's going to be a fun 6-man tag, but this is one of the matches where it was thrown at you the last minute. Can't leave Kenny Omega off the show. Can't leave Hangman off the show. Bullet Club Gold's got so much momentum right now. You kind of want them on the show. Konosuke Takeshita, he's in a big feud with Kenny Omega right now. You can't leave him off the show. So we're going to put these guys in a 6-man tag. We're going to have Adabushi, and it'll be a great match. That's really what it is. It's going to be a great 6-man tag team match, and at the end of it, you're going to love it. But there's no real story going into the match. I think if there's going to be a story, the story is between Kenny and Takeshita, because I think they're going to have their one-on-one match next week at All Out. That's going to be amazing. I'm going to go ahead and take the baby faces, because I think if you're going to do Kenny and Takeshita, Takeshita is going to win. And Takeshita would get his revenge on Kenny next week in Chicago. So for that to happen, the Elite is going to win this match. And it would kind of be fucked up if the Elite lost in the biggest wrestling show of the entire year. They kind of built this company, so they deserve the win. Kota Ibushi, not really, but I love the Golden Lovers. Ibushi's awesome, so he's going to get this win, along with Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and it'll be a fun match. It's going to be a really fun 6-man tag. Wes, who do you got and why?
Yeah, I also got Omega, Hangman for Juice, Jay, and Konosuke Takeshita. Tag. You got a lot of awesome talents in this match, and I think this will deliver in it and just will be I think a good amazing trios match. But I as well got Hangman and I do believe we're also going to get Omega and Takeshita at All Out next the Sunday after in Chicago, and if they're going to do that, I also think that Takeshita will win over Omega. So the baby faces win here this Sunday, and then the next Sunday the heel gets their revenge, as in Takeshita gets the revenge over Omega, of course, and I think will pan out. But I'm looking forward to this. I do know the original plan, I believe, was supposed to be Omega Danielson, which if we got that match, holy shit! Oh my god, it breaks my heart that we're not seeing that, but obviously Danielson's hurt, so. That match can't happen. But I think this is still going to be great, though. They had to get now. You can't leave Hangman out, and have Ibushi there too. It's just amazing. So again, this should be awesome stuff for both ends. But yeah, Hangman, Omega, and Ibushi will get the W on Sunday.
Cam.
As much as I love the Bang Bang Gang. I got the Golden Cowboys, Omega, Hangman, and Ibushi winning this match here. This match is going to be absolutely incredible. This is going to be an absolutely fun 6-man tag team match. My God! But Hangman, Hangman, Ibushi, and Omega will win, and that'll lead to a rematch between Omega and Takeshita at All Out, with Takeshita getting his win back there. That's Takeshita getting his win back there. But this match is going to be great.
Yeah, I'm very excited now. The one question I have before we move on to the next match, would you have done Kenny and Takeshita at this show on Sunday, or would you have saved it for All Out?
I would have saved it for All Out, personally.
Yeah, I feel you. It's a good direction. It's a shame we never got that. Kenny and Danielson would have been nuts in front of women.
Golly, yeah, it sucks so bad we're not getting that, but best recoveries to Danielson, man. Hopefully we get him back as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Fatal 4-way for the AEW Women's Championship. We got Britt Baker, Toni Storm, Saraya, and the defending champion Hikaru Shida. Wes, Who do you got and why?
I think Sheeta retains. I just don't see the reason to take the title off her after she just won it against Toni Storm. Saraya, and I believe, will get a massive pop from the home crowd. She'll probably get the biggest pop of the night. She might be the most open. I mean, this is the hometown gal here. So, but this should be a good fatal four-way. Sheeta, very happy again that she's the champion. She didn't have a ring in front of fans. I'm very happy for her in this instance that she's getting to perform in front of 80,000 people, and like it's just crazy to think back of, like how her reign was in front of no fans for obvious reasons. Now it's like she gets to perform in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium, man. So that's just shout out to Hikaru Shida that to have that moment as champion. So I love that. Love that. Included in here with Brett and Tony and Saraya. I know this is just a monumental moment for all of them. I don't see any reason to take the title off Sheeta right now. I feel like there's just no reason for it. I think Sheeta will get the win here. Should be a good match, but yeah, Sheeta retains.
Cam, who do you got and why?
I think Hikaru Shida is going to retain her women's championship here. I really, really do hope. I really, really hope that Saraya does not win the AEW Women's Championship. To me, she shouldn't even come close to it. I don't care that they're in the UK, her hometown. I do not care about that. I don't think she should win it. I think Hikaru Shida wins, but I think we can hear from Jamie Hayter. I don't know what Jamie Hayter is doing. I know she's not cleared or not ready to come back, but I don't see how you can't have Jamie Hayter on this show, especially considering the fact that they're going to be in the UK. Have Jamie Hayter come out, have her hand, have Jamie Hayter come out, have her hand, whoever wants to have her hand, whoever wants to finish the championship, and then afterwards just do a stare down. And then afterwards just do a stare down. Afterwards just do a stare down. Jamie Hayter goes, Jamie Hayter looks at Sheeta, whoever wins, and goes, look, congratulations on winning your championship. Just know, when I come back, I'm going to kick your ass and take my championship back. But I don't see how they can do the show and not have Jamie Hayter. So I think Jamie Hayter will make an appearance. Even though she can't wrestle for obvious reasons, I think she's going to make an appearance on the show.
I am going to take Saraya to win the AEW Women's Championship. I don't think it's going to be a long reign. I think she's going to lose it right back to Sheeta, possibly at Grand Slam. I just think in her hometown, it would be one of the biggest moments of the night. Do I want this to happen? No. But I can easily see it happening. And you can play off Toni Storm being a little bit jealous at Saraya because Toni has been cutting these really good backstage promos on Collision the past couple weeks where she's gotten very psychotic. She's got this new personality to her that just fits so well. And you can play into her being a little bit jealous with Saraya acting like a babyface. The end goal at all of this needs to be the Outcast splitting. It's ran its course, and it's time to split them up. Its storyline is going nowhere with the Originals and the Outcast, and it's time to split them up because the faction's really doing nothing for me. So I think Saraya's going to get her moment, and then in a couple weeks at Arthur Ashe or whenever on Dynamite, she will drop the title right back to Sheeta. Because sometimes TK likes to flip-flop with the titles. So that's that. Chris Jericho, one-on-one with Will Ospreay. Now, last night, they sold me on their match, man. Will Ospreay cut an incredible promo last night on Jericho, and I sent a tweet out about this today, like around 12 o'clock. Like after Ospreay's promo last night, and he's talking about his son going to school. He's talking how this match is going to change his life. How, as a fan sitting at home watching the show, am I supposed to sit there and cheer for Chris Jericho? Because that's not what I'm planning on doing. I'm cheering for Ospreay to win this match. Now, the last time Jericho was put in a high-pressure situation and fans were talking shit about him and they were burying Jericho, Jericho was great. And Jericho had a great series of matches in 2022 when he was feuding with the Blackpool Combat Club. He was feuding with Bryan Danielson. I'm not saying that Ospreay and Jericho is going to be better than Ospreay and Omega. I don't think anything's going to be better than that match that they had at Forbidden Door. But I think they're going to put on a damn good match. I think Ospreay is going to work to Jericho's rate, and then at the end of the match, Jericho might work to Ospreay's rate. But I'm curious to see what Sammy Guevara does in this match, because maybe he accidentally causes Jericho to lose to Will Ospreay, and because he's still sticking by Jericho's side. So I think they got a long-term feud plan between Sammy and Jericho. When that happens, I don't know. But as far as this match goes, I think it's going to be a really good match, and I think Ospreay wins. It's as simple as that. That's an easy layup. Will Ospreay winning in his home country of the UK against Chris Jericho. That's a layup. Cam, who do you got and why?
I got me. If this is me, I'd have Ospreay win. Jericho is my pick to win this match here, but I would have Will Ospreay. Beat Chris Jericho here. You guys know my thoughts on Chris Jericho. I have not been the biggest Jericho fan, uh, especially this year. Yeah, I haven't been the biggest Jericho fan, especially this year, but that segment with Will Ospreay last night was tremendous. And if there's anybody on the roster that can, and if there's anybody on the roster that is going to be able to go out there and make Chris Jericho look as good as humanly possible, is Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, in my opinion, is arguably a top two. In my opinion, is arguably a top three wrestler in the world right now. Omega, Ospreay, and then Danielson, in my opinion, are the top three right now. Will Ospreay is incredible. So if anybody can get Jericho so if anybody can get Jericho to a great match in 2022, in 2023, so Will Ospreay. So I think this is going to be an incredible match here, I think it's going to be an incredible match here. But I think Ospreay's winning this match. I think Ospreay's winning this with a hidden blade after some unintentional interference from Sammy Guevara. You think Sammy Guevara comes in there? I'm not saying Sammy turns on him, but I could see Sammy accidentally costing Jericho this match here, and that's setting up a match for All In between Jericho and Sammy, or potential feud between Jericho and Sammy.
Wes, who do you got and why?
I'm going with Ospreay to win over Jericho. But yeah, that segment last night with the contract signing was amazing stuff. I mean, just that one segment alone really sold me on this match. And, obviously, we're not getting prime Jericho in this match. I still think this match will be really good, though. If this was prime Jericho, it'd be a whole different story. Then we'd be like starting to really try to hype this up, like near that level of Ospreay and Omega and what they did at Forbidden Door. But obviously, this is a 50-plus-year-old Chris Jericho. But it doesn't mean. I feel a lot of people say, "Oh, this match is going to be horrible. This match is going to be so lackluster." It's like I really don't feel that way about it. I feel like this will actually be a really good match. I literally seen a clip recently where Ospreay was competing in the G1 Climax and he faced Naito and he accidentally concussed Naito in the match, or at least knocked him out. And throughout the rest of that match, Ospreay was able to carry an unconscious Naito through the rest of that match and actually made it look really good. He literally guided Naito through performing the Destino on Ospreay. Like Ospreay pretty much did all that himself. That goes to show you the type of performer that Will Ospreay is, and how he can even carry an unconscious person through the rest of a wrestling match. That's pretty phenomenal, if you ask me. So, I really don't have any really bad quarrels for this match. I'm looking forward to it. I think this will be really good. Obviously, you got the star power there with Jericho. The crowd reaction. Judas too. I mean, I heard Judas is going to be performed live, so
Yeah.
this is going to be thunderous. This is going to be some great stuff. Obviously, Will Ospreay, he's going to get people to go fucking insane with whatever the fuck he's going to do, because Ospreay is just that damn good. Yeah, I got Ospreay winning over Jericho. I think this will be just a really career-defining moment for him, and it's still very young career. I believe he's still not even 30 yet. And he's still, like, this dude is thought after as one of the top wrestlers in the entire planet. But yeah, I think this is just, it's a moment of Jericho putting the younger talent over. And I think Ospreay needs to win more. Jericho doesn't need the win over Ospreay. Jericho's already amazing. We've seen this time and time again. Ospreay, I feel like, needs this win to really define his career, winning a match against one of the greatest of all time, and Chris Jericho in front of 80,000 people in the stadium. I think that's probably the biggest moment you could ask for if you're a young pro wrestler. So this should be really good. But I got Will Ospreay to get the dub over Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. A career-defining win for Will Ospreay. It's going to be against Jericho, and right now, as of August 24th, 2023. He is my wrestler of the year right now. He has been absolutely unbelievable this year. And I think we're in for more great matches out of Will Ospreay. Now, we got 6 months. He said last night his New Japan contract expires in 6 months. I know he recently said that he never wants to live in America, but goddamn, this guy deserves to be on national TV every single week. That's how good he is, man. But I don't know. I'm gonna take Ospreay to win as well. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great match. Sammy Guevara will play into the finish, accidentally costing Jericho the match. Trios titles. House of Black defending them against the Acclaimed and badass Billy Gunn one more time. All or nothing, Billy said last night on Dynamite. Think it should be a good match. Crowd's going to be into it. Crowd's going to really want the Acclaimed to win this match. It would be a huge moment, but I can't think of one reason to take the Trios titles off the House of Black other than it would be a huge pop if the Acclaimed won, and that's not justifiable enough, just for me, in my opinion. So I'm going to take the House of Black to retain. Wes?
Well, honestly, I mean, I love the House of Black, and they've been doing wonders having the trio titles. They look so badass with those titles as well when they come out with their entrance and everything. And, I would love to see them hold on to the titles, but honestly, I feel like the signs are pointing to the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn winning these titles, which is why I'm picking them to become the new champions. I just feel like this is like the third time they're facing off. There's one last shot. I feel like they're just not going to have the Acclaimed Billy Gunn lose once again. Especially after this whole thing of Billy Gunn coming back from retirement, his boots being destroyed by the House, and now he's like back, and he's like, now you got badass Billy Gunn on the loose after you, and so it's just like, I just feel like, seeing how everything's played out with this storyline, I just cannot see, them losing unless Billy Gunn turns on the Acclaimed, which I mean, I know that's an idea that's been floating around, but I just don't really see that happening personally. So I'm actually going to go with the Acclaimed Billy Gunn winning the Trios House of Black. I would love to see the House of Black retain and continue their reign as champions, but they have held those Trios titles for a little while, so it's not like they've had a very small reign or anything. They've held them for quite some time, and it's probably, I feel like if there's any moment of them dropping the titles, I could realistically seeing it be this Sunday. So yeah, I got the Acclaimed Billy Gunn the new Trios champions.
Cam, who do you got and why?
I think the Acclaimed are winning the Trios titles here. First off, the Acclaimed have been getting their ass kicked this entire feud against House of Black. They've just been getting their ass kicked left and right. At some point, you got to throw the baby races a bone. And at some point, you got to throw the baby faces a bone. Also, they got 80,000 people there. I think they want to give the Acclaimed a big moment. Everybody going crazy for them. So I think the Acclaimed are winning the Trios championships.
All right, so I guess I'm alone on that one again. So I got the House of. I don't know, man. They could, but I just think there's more with the House of Black to do with the Trios titles. We'll see. I can easily see the Acclaimed winning, but we'll see. Outside of MJF and Adam Cole, which is the obvious big match tonight, the match that I'm looking forward to the most, outside of MJF and Cole, is the Young Bucks versus FTR, the AEW Tag Team Champions. Two of the greatest tag teams of our generation going at it. I said it last night, and I'll say it again. It's very ironic how their first match ever was in front of no fans. And now they're going to have their third match in 2023 in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium. That's a good culmination, man. You start your first match in AEW in front of no fans. Then you go to around 6,000 fans on a Dynamite show. And now you're performing against each other in front of 80,000 people. I'm so excited for this match. These two teams are going to want to go out there. And I'm telling you right now, their goal is going to be to put on one of the greatest tag team matches of all time. So, if you thought that Bullet Club Gold versus FTR was one of the best tag team matches you've ever seen in your life, you might want to hold the phone because we got the Young Bucks and FTR performing in front of 80,000 people on Sunday. And I think it's going to be magical. I'm going to hand it over to Wes first to give his prediction for the match.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. We are in for some true tag team matches. These four guys collide in the ring. We already seen what these two teams are capable of when they do collide, and it's amazing stuff. I don't think we're going to get anything less here this Sunday at All In, especially when you're performing in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium. Highly doubt this is going to be a stinker of a match. These four guys are going to put on an absolute classic, and this might end up probably being the tag team match of the year when everything's all said and done. As far as who wins, I feel like, honestly, my heart is leaning towards the Young Bucks winning the tag titles and beating FTR. And I feel like it's kind of another thing of, like, they helped, form All In when it started 5 years ago in Chicago. And I feel like it only makes sense for them to get their culmination here in front of 80,000 people, winning the tag titles once again. I love FTR, and I've been absolutely just loving their reign as a tag team champion. They've been putting on just some of the best tag team matches in just recent memory. And no doubt about it, they're the top tag team in the world. But I just feel like it kind of makes more sense for the Young Bucks to win here. Plus, unfortunately, you do have that arrest that Cash Wheeler did suffer recently for, he got arrested with the road rage incident. And I feel like that's something that's also added on to, the FTR possibly losing this Sunday. I just feel like with that hanging over their heads, I just feel like that's just another thing. I mean, I'm sure, they're going to investigate it more and more, I'm sure, later on after all is all said and done. Thankfully, we're still getting this match. I'm happy we are. But I feel like that's just another thing to kind of add on as like a factor. But yeah, I'm going with the Young Bucks to win the tag team titles and what should be a 5-star instant classic tag team match.
Yeah, I'm excited. So you're taking the Young Bucks?
Yep.
I think I am too. I think as of right now, listen, if not, I hope Cash Wheeler, I hope he gets everything resolved and everything's good with him, the human being, first and foremost. But if not, before everything with Cash Wheeler happened, I was confidently taking FTR to win the match because I'm like, they got way more to do with the titles, in my opinion. But I just don't know what's going on with Cash Wheeler right now. So, with that whole situation, I'm going to take the Young Bucks to win the AEW Tag Team titles. Do I think they need the titles? No. But again, this is their company, and they have worked hard to get to this moment. And I think that they would be remiss if they didn't have the Young Bucks win the tag team titles. FTR is there for 4 more years. FTR are going to win the tag team titles once again at some point. I don't even think the Young Bucks need to have a long reign as the tag team titles. Um, I think they should drop the titles to either Jay White and Juice Robinson because they've been doing phenomenal work on Saturday night. Either Jay White and Juice Robinson or Santana and Ortiz. Those are the top two choices to beat the Young Bucks. Cam, Young Bucks or FTR?
Well, the Young Bucks are winning this match. I got the Young Bucks winning because Cash Murder got arrested. Glock 9. The man that carry a Glock with him, Cash Wheeler, got himself arrested. And so for that, I don't know what the case is going to do with the court case and everything. The AEW tag team off Cash Wheeler off. So that way, you can see, that way, this court case can go and everything. I think the Bucks win in this match.
Yeah. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be possibly match of the year, and it's going to be fucking awesome. Stadium Stampede. We got the Blackpool Combat Club, Santana and Ortiz versus the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Penta, and Eddie Kingston. After last night, they wrote Ray Phoenix off of the pay-per-view because he is having visa issues. And they got the return of Santana and Ortiz last night on Dynamite. Cam, who do you got winning Stadium Stampede?
I think BCC get the win here. I think BCC get the win here in Stadium Stampede. But, oh man, I'm so happy Stadium Stampede is back. You guys know I love Stadium Stampede. I'm so happy. I love Stadium Stampede. I'm so happy it's back. I'm so happy it's back. And so, but I think the BCC are winning this match here, and I think it's going to drive Eddie Kingston even more insane than what he already is. And I think it's going to set up a Mox. And I think it's going to set up a Mox or Claudio King or Claudio Eddie match for whenever their next Ring of Honor pay-per-view is. So, but I got So I got the BCC here.
Wes?
Yeah, I also got the Blackpool Combo Club standing tall with Santana Ortiz at Stadium Stampede. Great to see Santana, by the way. Very much miss those guys. I feel like hopefully with this next chapter in their career, being back in AEW, I would love to see them hold the tag team titles. It's been long overdue. Yeah. Those guys should have won those tag titles a long ass time ago. But I'm very happy to see them back here in 2023. And that they were able to, as far as we know, put aside their differences that they had in the previous months. And it's just great to see them happy and healthy and just ready to go to work again. And it really sucks Ray Phoenix couldn't make it to this match. I know Ray Phoenix would have done some really crazy shit in this match, but hopefully he gets those visa issues worked out at some point. Yeah, we got 5-on-5 here. But I got Blackpool Combat Club winning. I think Eddie Kingston, he's going to have a big factor in this match. Obviously, the whole thing with him and Moxley and him also hating Claudio Castagnoli with every fiber of his being, and so that's definitely going to be a big factor here. I think Kingston's emotions will probably get the best of him, and I think that's going to probably ultimately cost his team the victory against Blackpool Combat Club. I think BCC will take advantage, and this match should be absolutely insane. I love me some Stadium Stampede. I still look back fondly on the one they had at Double or Nothing 2020 with the Elite against the Inner Circle. Just fucking phenomenal. And then I think the other one was FTR, or it was the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle, I believe, was the next one they did. And it just always delivers. And I'm very excited too that it's in the AEW video game. I'm definitely going to be testing that out on the online servers for sure. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Should be so much chaos. I can't wait to see what they come up with for this Stadium Stampede. But yeah, I got BCC as the victors in this match.
I'm curious to see how the setup of this match is going to be now that they're going to be performing in front of a whole entire ass stadium. How is this going to be different from Anarchy and Arena? That's my question. And that's what I'm curious about. The match is going to be bonkers. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaotic. You're going to have stuff going on all over the arena. I just don't know how it's going to be different from Anarchy in the Arena. It's going to be amazing, though. I can't wait. I'm going to take the Blackpool Combat Club. I agree with both of you. Eddie Kingston's emotions is going to get the best of him, and it's going to cost his team to win. And I think this is going to set up a match at All Out between Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy, because they've kind of been teasing it a little bit on Dynamite the past couple weeks. So I think they're going to do that match at All Out, and maybe they'll do Eddie and Claudio at All Out, but that's probably going to be at a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. But I'm going to take the Blackpool Combat Club to win Stadium Stampede. And then the main event. It's not being described as any match. It is the match. Meaning it is the match. The biggest main event of the entire year. MJF defends the AEW World Championship against his best friend, Adam Cole. MJF goes from opening the first ever All-In in front of 10,000 people to main eventing it in London, England, at Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 people as the AEW World Champion. He is walking into Wembley Stadium at 27 years old as the AEW World Champion. Couldn't be any prouder of him, man. Same for Adam Cole, knowing everything he was going through last year. He got to this point. Both these guys absolutely deserve it. If we get the legit, one of the best wrestlers in the world, Adam Cole, it's been a while since he's been in a singles match. The last time he was in a one-on-one singles match, I believe, was MJF, right? On Dynamite?
Oh, yeah.
So I think they're going to bring it. Wembley is going to be up in arms about this match. And the best thing about it is I don't know what's going to happen. And that's what makes predicting this match so fun. Because most of the matches, you're like, okay, I could see this team or this guy winning, and this is how I see things planning out. With this, I legit don't know. I don't know what's going on with Roddy Strong in the Kingdom. I don't know if Adam Cole's going to lead that faction. I don't know if MJF's going to lead that faction. I have no idea. I don't know. But thinking about it, what's going to happen in this match, I think MJF retains. I don't think there will be a heel turn. I don't think there'll be a heel turn this week. It'll happen next week at All Out. Cam, who do you got? Why? Shut up, dude. Cam, who do you got? And why?
I think MJF is retaining this match here. Is retaining the championship here. I think the finish of this match is going to be very similar. I think the finish of this match here is going to be very similar to Bulldog. It's going to be very similar to Bulldog and Brett in SummerSlam 2, where Brett won that match via roll. No, where Bulldog won that match via roll up. I think the same thing is going to happen here. These guys are going to be tit for tit, tap for tap the entire match. The entire match, and the finish is going to come out of nowhere. MJF is going to win with MJF is going to win this match with a roll up here. That will lead to a rematch Sunday. That will lead to all out. I think Adam Cole Kingdom turns on MJF, and Adam Cole walks out with the AEW World Championship. But for Wembley, I have the match going to. I have MJF winning via small neck.
So you were breaking up a little bit until in the end. You got MJF winning at Wembley.
I have MJF winning via roll, similar to the Bret Hart Davey Boy finish from SummerSlam 92. I think MJF retains the roll.
Gotcha. Wes.
Man, it's it's so unpredictable, this storyline. What could play out. I think I'm gonna side with you. I think MJF retains. What's to come after this? What happens at All Out? Maybe we could see another match between the two. There's gonna be something crazy is gonna happen in this match. What it is, I don't know. How will Roddy and the Kingdom get involved with this? Maybe, maybe not. Will there be a turn on Sunday? Maybe, maybe not. That's the beauty of this storyline. It's been so unpredictable this entire time. We don't know what the next move's going to be. We don't know who's turning on who. We don't know, how everything's going to play out. And it was interesting how Roderick Strong last night on Dynamite was talking about, at the end of the night at All In, we're going to see who the real MJF is, and we're going to see who the real Adam Cole is. And I think that was a very telling sign of what's to come this Sunday for All In. I can't really say I predict a heel turn just yet. My heart right now, as far as the turn goes, my heart is leaning towards Adam Cole turning on MJF. When that happens, I don't really know. It could happen Sunday, it could not. But I think Adam Cole might end up being the one turning on MJF, which if that's the case, that's freaking insane. That's again, that's the beauty of the storyline. We don't know what's going to happen, guys. But as far as this match goes, I got MJF retaining. I don't think he loses that title until we get to the end of the year and you got the whole bidding war of 2024. I think that's when we'll start to see something happen with MJF and his reign as the world champion. I don't see it happening right now. I'd be absolutely shocked if the title does change hands. If that does happen, I mean, my jaw is going to be on the floor probably the rest of the evening, because the show is coming on at noon over here in the Central Time Zone. So that show's probably going to be over with by probably around 4:00. That whole rest of the way, if the titles change, my jaw is just going to be on the ground the whole entire rest of the night. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. I absolutely adore this storyline through and through. It's just continued to deliver week after week after week, and these two guys are doing some of the best work of their entire careers. In my honest opinion, I think this is the greatest storyline AEW's ever written. I don't remember a storyline in AEW up to this point and they've had phenomenal storylines, don't get me wrong, but I mean, as far as a storyline that has gone on this long and has made you feel so many emotions every step of the way, and people are still invested. People haven't grown tired of the storyline at all. People are still so invested as to what is going to happen with these two guys and what's going to happen with Roderick Strong, what's going to happen with the Kingdom, what's going to happen with all of this, all these relationships going on. And, man, it's just, I'm here for the ride 100%. And I've just absolutely loved this storyline through and through. AEW's just done a phenomenal job booking it. And I'm very interested to see what happens Sunday. All eyes are going to be on this match and this main event in front of 80,000 people. That crowd is going to go absolutely berserk for these two guys, and I cannot wait to see it happen. And yeah, it's going to culminate in just what will, I believe, will be a phenomenal show all around.
Yep. And hot take, it's better storyline than the Bloodline. It's way more interesting than the Bloodline.
Interesting.
But Roman Reigns isn't on TV, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know if I can say that. I don't watch WWE every single week, but, you know, I'm being a troll. That's all. We're going to get out of here. Those are our AEW All-In predictions, man. So excited for the show. I truly can't believe that there's another wrestling company outside of WWE who have the highest paid attendance of all time. Wembley Stadium is going to be amazing. The show is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. This is the biggest wrestling show of the year. This is the biggest wrestling show of the modern era of pro wrestling. I'm so excited for Sunday afternoon. Show will start at 1 o'clock here. I mean, pre-show comes on at 12, so I get to wake up and watch wrestling, baby. That's a perfect day. So I'm getting out of here. We are all getting out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning into the channel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any other video before All In on Sunday. But what will happen is I will be here right after the show happens for the review about AEW All In. That'll probably be up Sunday night. Comment down below. I want to know your predictions for All in the comments below. Let me know who's going to win all the matches. Let us know. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from myself. And you can follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. Cam, where can they follow you on your socials?
Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101.
Wes, take us home.
Well, you already know. Follow me over on Instagram at the Wesley. Also follow me over on TikTok with the exact same username. Again, that is at the real Wesley Snipes. Joseph, thank you for having me on tonight. It was great having the band together to talk about what is going to be the biggest wrestling show of the entire year. And man, I am all in. We are all in for this Sunday, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what all transpires.
So excited. This is what it's all about, man. You know, right now, as wrestling fans, going through a dark time. Obviously, we lost Terry Funk yesterday. We lost Bray Wyatt tonight. It's gonna take a couple days to recover from this. Might even take months. But what's gonna be beautiful is seeing all the wrestling fans come together on Sunday, hopefully, and enjoy a great wrestling show. So, getting out of here. We're getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everybody watching this enjoys All In on Sunday. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. I'm out. We're all out. Peace.